All right. Aloha, everybody, from the YouTube channel. Good to have you here again. I think this is podcast 13. How come I can't remember? I never can remember. This is podcast something. Yeah, but welcome back to another podcast. As you can see today, we have some familiar faces, right? Thompsin, as always. Obolongo again. He's been on quite a few of the podcasts. And Krisleshizle coming back for a second time. It's your second time, right, Krisleshizle, to the podcast?
Yeah, second time.
Second time. As well as our new guest today. Yeah, somebody pretty known in the community, Foxy. Yeah, so Foxy, if you want to go ahead and give an intro, maybe tell everybody whatever you want to say, do a couple plugs, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you stream and you make YouTube, whatever it is, do it. Give us some background info with you and somebody's work.
So my ID is FoxySW. I do streaming on Twitch. My main content on Twitch is Arena Rush Hour, and also do some AD/AO reviews to help the community out to build up their own teams. I post all of this onto YouTube. YouTube's as what you see on screen. I always stream on Sunday, Saturdays, always weekends, so you'll catch me there. If you want to join in for maybe if you want some help for Arena, I'm there for you.
Yeah, or if you want somebody to call you Lucian bad, he'll be there for you as well.
That's true. if you show me a nasty Lucian, you're not going to have a nice time. I have high standards for that, okay?
Yeah, he don't take shit, man. He'll tell you exactly, your shit with your account.
I give you hard advice. It's constructive criticism, but it's tough love, and that's how you're gonna get better. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it saying this is a good unit when it's 50 crit rate. You know, that's losing 50% of the time. We don't. That's not cutting it.
All right, sounds good. Speaking of Arena and whatnot, we'll get right into the first topic here. What an interesting topic that I wanted to learn a little bit more about, and I got some experts here today on Arena.
Nice water, bro.
What? Yeah, he drinks his water. He always drinks his water from a pot, dude. Every single time I watch him, bro.
What a boss.
Everybody asks me, why do you have a coffee pot? And the answer is
content. Oh, sorry.
Do you want to be getting a cup of water every so often and not farm, or do you want a jug like this and not go downstairs and you play somewhere longer? You know.
Just bring your phone.
You need a big boy cup, man. That's what you need.
It's not efficient. It's not efficient. It's all about efficiency. That's how you get G3. Be efficient. Maximum farming time. That's the end.
Let's go and move into the first topic that we have here today. What do you think about the arena in its current state, and what are some problems and how it can be improved? Right. Anytime we have these topics here on stream, of course you can go ahead and elaborate and expand and even go on tangents. It's totally fine. These topics are just to kind of guide us and give something to discuss. So this topic can be pretty wide range. And I know we got some professionals here, Krisleshizle and Foxy. They both do Arena. Krisleshizle does a lot on EU, of course, Foxy on Global. So hopefully get some insight on that, and we can discuss it here today. So take it away, anybody. Get started off.
Yeah, so I guess this is a pretty big question. We've got two big questions here, and I'll just start off here. For Global, right? Global and EU, we both have different types of meta, and from my understanding in EU, Chris can elaborate more. You guys have a bunch of guilds going at each other. Meanwhile, in Global, what we have is all the big name guilds really focus on guild wars now, and all the randoms just go at it individually, right? So in Global, everybody attacks whoever, and EU is kind of a collaboration thing, right? So I guess we'll have different opinions for Global and EU, but for Global, I think the biggest problem is that Arena it's a content that hasn't been modified since the game came out, right? So there's no updates, and it's kind of outdated. So we're kind of working with what we have, and in its current state, I would say it's very undermined by a lot of cheaters and ways that we cannot prevent it because there's no updates to it. So that's my thought for the first part of the question.
Yeah, I totally agree. Actually, it's never been changed. Arena it's the same since it was released. And a trend that I see at least on EU, and I also hear on a lot of other services, that's just boosting and hacking, and it seems very common now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
how do you hack?
There was someone at SSA that had the damage hack. Remember that cleared
damage hack? Whoa!
Yeah, there was someone with the damage hack that cleared TOA in SSA. This was like a long time ago. He's long gone.
Can't you like get banned for using it?
Yeah, but but it's
But you still take the money.
1 week, right? It's still undermining that 1 week of that good reward that someone wants, or maybe a personal best, right? So it's still a problem. If you get banned, who cares, right? It's still just not being stopped.
Not if you get banned.
No, actually, there was this one guy, I forget his name, but he was on Reddit, and he wanted to prove a point that Comp Plus doesn't do anything. So he had like a billion alts that he was botting in the top 100 arena with level ones in the top ranking global, and he was hitting the top 10 ranking arena players and just dropping their points like flies. So this was like maybe like a year ago. I don't know, like people who were playing will remember this, but like small
he did
hacks
that during.
again
He did that during rush hour on EU.
Yeah.
That was quite fun.
So wait, so he's just using some kind of damage hack so he can clear quickly, right? And effectively.
Yeah, and yeah. So this guy, I remember he cleared TOA on all his alts, so he has mad crystals. Just refresh and just one click you and move on, like 1 second clear load time.
Have they fixed it where like this doesn't happen anymore or as often? Has it happened anytime
It
recently?
hasn't happened a long time. Hasn't
Okay.
happened a long time. This is one individual that wants to prove a point,
Right.
but you will have these random little 50s that are a little harder to identify, right? But
Right. Yeah, because I'm gonna say that they've probably like fixed that whatever hack or whatever glitch that they were able to exploit. And with that fix, I mean, I think that's the only thing they do, unless they can do some kind of like live like monitoring and banning, which is I don't know if that's easy because they're not they work on a regular schedule, right? 9 to 5 or whatever it is. So that's
But
tough.
actually,
I mean-
that guy didn't really use a damage hack. He was using basically what he was sending to the Contour servers that he won the fight.
Yeah.
So he just scripted it. He just said, okay, he got a list of his arena list, and the highest people he would send a command that he attacked them, and then he would send a command that he won the fight without actually doing the fight. So he was just re-spamming everything. He didn't even have to do the fight. That was what the guy did with all the bots. And then there's also people who are actually using damage hacks to just clear quickly. And then we have the boosters. So I think that's like 3 separate ways of cheating.
I didn't rush last week, but I'm pretty sure I heard at least on my stream there was a hacker getting legend last week on EU.
Yeah, last week he was named Novelty this time. And he's just renaming every week, and he actually scammed an account from somebody, and he just gets legend whenever he wants, and he clears everybody in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So what do you think that we can ask of CompTOS to kind of make this better? So in terms of hackings, I've heard a lot more hacks and stuff like that happen in the past, and less have occurred. But it doesn't mean that there are not, right? So of course we were hearing about this hacker that's been occurring last week. Should they somehow do an implementation somehow? Once that person gets hacked or deleted, that the other players for that week get bumped up in terms of their rewards? Because what I'm understanding is if somebody hacks, right, and takes legend, nobody gets the reward. Just the hacker just loses that, and nobody gets it, right? I think the players should still have the chance to get the reward. And in that sense, if you were second or third or fourth and everybody above of you was hacking, you'll get that reward instead, right? Does that semi-fix it?
It's a good idea, but I think it's a lot of resources to put into something that they're not really focused on. Like the state of the game right now is RTA, right? But we have people like myself, Chris. We enjoy arena most, right? We farm giants all day long. We want swift sets. We're not farming bound sets, right? So like this part of the game should also have some updates, some like developed dedicated people that will look into problems, suggestions to make it better. So I like your idea, Alan, but I don't think they have the resources or focus to make that a priority. But maybe sometime in the future, but not right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the entire arena needs to be revamped as well. You brought something up where we have a lot more players in the arena now compared to when the game first started, right? And the ranking in arena has been the same, right? When you have a larger pool of players, you need to kind of adjust the ranking system a little bit, right? How do we just have to expand the pools of the ranks, or what do we have to do there?
I had a few ideas about this. You let me know. Let me know what you guys think. So as you guys know, top 30 is G3. You get a Nat 3 that you probably already have. If you can get G3 in arena, you probably already have all those LD3 units, unless you fed them away because you lost your T on. Okay, and at that state, it's better for us endgame players to get 10 LD pieces, 15 LD pieces, whatever it may be. At least something that's not a Nat 3. I want a chance to get a Nat 4 without getting legend, contesting for like a booster week, for example, right? And if that is too much, if we're asking too much for that, the alternative is to increase the gap. So instead of 30, maybe top 100 is now G3. And top, I don't know, how much is G2? I haven't finished G2 in so long. 100?
100,
100,
100, and then 300, right, for G1.
Yeah.
Top 300, top 100.
Right.
And in the second week of Arena, for those who don't do Arena, on week 1 is where the points are very low. And then on week 2 is when the points do not reset, and then the points are a lot higher. So sometimes Conquer 1 is like 2,000 points, and it's ridiculous, right? I'm exaggerating a little bit, right? But like 2,000 is like probably C3, I think. And on rank 2,000, that's about G3. That's Legend, actually, in first week, right? So there is that gap on week 2, and if they don't give us a better reward, maybe change the amount of people that deserve G3, G2, G1.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Being able to change the rewards will definitely entice more players. So I think that's something that they should attempt to do first. The second attempt will have to be to expand the pool. Because I think maybe the reason why the rankings for Arena right now are the way they are and the pools haven't been expanded is because the amount of interest for players doing Arena isn't as high. But with the reward change, you might see an interest change, which means I think they should expand those pools and let more players win. I really like the idea of giving LD pieces instead of a 3. So, I mean, even if you get LD pieces and you summon a 3, at least you had a chance, right? At getting something else, and it feels worthwhile.
And come to us with the latest update. They gave us LD pieces in our guild store, right? So if we follow this trend, it sounds pretty positive. Maybe this change isn't asking too much.
Yeah. How much LD pieces do you think, though?
I mean, probably like, 15 is a good amount, I think, for G3.
So 5, 10, 15 then. 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, that would
G1,
be good.
G2, G3.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, nice bonus weekly in a month. You can collect maybe like half, if not almost a whole LD, plus everything that you do in the week with Guild Wars. That's true, right? And that's not as widespread as the change they just did with Guild Wars. I think that gives everybody LD pieces. This is way more limited, right? That's interesting. I like this idea a lot, actually.
Look at Chris there. He's like G3, G2, G1. How about Legend? How much pieces am I getting for Legend?
Well, obviously, Legend's gonna get the 4-star, man. You win there.
I agree with the reward change. I just don't agree with the pool change because getting G3 also means something. For example, personally for me, if I look at RTA, getting G3 rank 250 doesn't mean anything anymore for me. It doesn't. I mean, like people get G3, but it's rank 250. When it was top 100, it was something like you wanted to achieve. You really try hard to get it. And when it's top 300, it feels like it's too easy to achieve. And if you do the same in Arena, you get more rewards, but I don't really like that.
Yeah, that's why I'm for introducing like G4 for both RTA and maybe even Arena. In that
G4?
Yeah, G4.
I want to ask you guys, what made you guys stuck to doing Arena? Because like I know like RTA is like more fast paced, and as the time goes on longer, the HP goes down, attack goes up. But like when I'm doing like Arena, I'm like playing against like Helfus, Rena, Camila. They're like pretty shitty units, but
Yeah, that's true. The stall meta is so annoying.
It's like so boring, you know?
You're right.
Like I feel like before they fix like the rewards, they should fix some of these like Helfus, Camila, Rena, even like Freya, like those type of monsters on defense, so people could clear more.
Well, I kind of disagree with your fact. There's a lot of counters there, except for Helfus. Helfus is actually one of the biggest.
Well, I'm just trying to throw many examples out, you know, because I know counters Helfus, there's another unit that counters that monster, and when you put them all together, it's just really annoying.
Oh, Thompsin, could you turn off and on your cam again? You got that delay like you did last week.
Yeah, just
a little. It's like a sound delay.
Yeah, you guys want to see my monkey?
Yeah, we see it actually. I like it. Anyways, I was thinking. So what if I don't know how the implementation is. I just thought of the idea. I don't know the pros and cons. But what if they made winning a defense higher point gain?
That would just feed the booster.
No, that's just you always Legend. There's no way that's.
We're trying to figure out how to change the meta, right? Right now, everybody's doing kind of like more stall, right? Because the stall, you're kind of forcing people to not do it.
With the new patch that has switched to speed ADs recently. So
really? Okay.
It's 33 speed lead, Tiana / Trident Stripper, whatever. I think that's what's really meta in global right now. It was before the change, it was 4 tanks on your defense that gets destroyed by Lucians. But now in the speed meta, it is really about, do you have Will runes? Do you have a Leo? Do you have a Tian Lang? Are you faster? How good are your Swift runes, right? A lot of the Freya stuff, Stall stuff, Camilla stuff has, at the highest level, I think, has dropped off. But Halfus is still really, really powerful. One, because of how the unit works. Two, because it has a speed lead. So therefore, you inherently, if you assume we have the same rune quality, you have to contest speed with speed. But general rule of thumb, all of you guys doing Arena out there, Halfus users don't have the greatest runes, so abuse that fact. But that is a problem that I found, that Halfus with the speed lead, like you put Halfus and Tiana together, right? And you can't, like you're forced to contest speed with speed, or even like a Halfus segment, for example, right?
Yeah, but that's also Halfus limit there, because he only has 24% speed lead.
Yeah, but
so it's easier to outspeed if you can have a counter with 33% speed lead.
It is easier, but then you're relying on getting a unit that can heal block or provide shield, and not everybody has access to a Bastet like myself. You know what I mean?
Only recently. Shut up. This guy's finally so happy. This guy used to be so sad because he didn't have a Bastet.
Before I got my Bastet, I avoided Halfus like a plague. Like this Nat 4 unit is unbelievably powerful with only certain counters, and if you think Megan is a counter with the second skill, not even 100% activation rate, then you are probably losing a lot of the times. Like,
but actually, there's quite some options. Not only Bastet, you can just go Chiu Tiana. You're also faster.
I don't have a Chiu.
Yeah. Then it depends on runes. Are you faster than the opponent if they are using Alphas Tiana +2?
Yeah, but think about it. Nat 4, you need Nat 5 counters, right? Like very specific Nat 5 counters. Like that. I think they overbuffed it basically. I think they overbuffed.
But yeah, so like I haven't done Arena too much lately, but I feel like Halfus is the new Tianlang, pretty much.
Yeah, it is, but it's more accessible.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to change the question a little bit here. How do you think majority of players can do a little bit better in Arena? Like just some basic guidelines on what can help them to do better in Arena.
Simple. So simple. Farm more giants. Stop doing dragons, and then look at your box and be like, why do I not go first with my violet? You know
I feel like you have to farm. It's hard to get like 300 speed Swift sets for everybody. So like you could even just farm like Will, and farm Will ruins and just do like a slow Will thief team as well.
Sure, I think that'll take majority of players decently far in the game. But
yeah,
as you get more to the top, that Swift GB10 becomes like very crucial.
Yeah. Because they have a stripper and you're like that.
Like you don't need a Tiana to be good. You just need Lucians, and they're very attainable. You just got a free event that just got you a free Nat 4, right? Just pick another Lucian. And I have a video of me getting G3 with just double Lucian Megan. I didn't even use a Nat 5. It's basically like Giants is the best. I personally think Giants is the best way to progress your overall game state, because the 4 sets and 2 sets give you so much additional DPS bonuses that it propels you into the game faster than a balance set. Like you can use Swift sets in every content. It will propel you way further than bot dragons. That's my personal opinion, and I do Giants religiously.
As well as you can probably farm Giants faster than.
If we're talking Halfus as well. If we're talking Halfus, like isn't Halfus also really strong since Lucian is so overpowered? Like Lucian being in the meta makes Halfus really strong as well.
But Lucian is partially a counter to Alphas, depending on the comp.
The skill 1, right? A little bit with the skill 1.
Yeah.
I mean, the skill 1.
If you Leo Lucian, if you Bastet Lucian, there are many options with Lucian to counter Alphas.
It is, but if you know how to pair your Halfus with like a stripper, for example, it strips your Bastet for if it cuts in. If you have Nemesis runes, right? But like, end of the day, not everybody has access to these runes. But overall, Halfus is just a busted unit, and it got overbuffed in my opinion.
But the thing is that he's just strong in Arena, right? I think, but he's too strong in Arena, apparently is what you're saying. But he's just very strong in Arena, basically. Not a lot of areas in the game.
Those type of monsters, those type of like HP monsters are so toxic in Arena. That's why I don't like doing it.
Yeah.
But it's fun. You want to spend 5 minutes in RTA, or do you want to spend 30 seconds clearing some guy? That's trash, you know.
Or
I have more time. I have more time to do Arena than RTA.
Yeah, but also to come back to Thompson, like Arena, it basically is 1 hour a week.
Yeah. Okay.
True.
I feel you. That's true.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So for me personally, I don't have time as of right now to play RTA for a few hours a day. So I rather focus on Arena where I just play 1 hour a week, and just midweek I just put some simple defense, and I could put a strong defense on Friday. I climb back up and back to G3 on Sunday evening, and I play Rush Hour.
I'll tell you the reason why I started doing Arena these 2 weeks is because of the events. So I just saved to do the event. Yeah, the events forced me to do the. Yeah.
But it forces you to do scenario. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
That's the worst.
Come on,
The
what about
arena too.
scenario?
Okay, who's ever done those events for the scenario ones, and you just go into like the easy scenario, you just go in and you clear it, or you just go in and leave. Sometimes the ones that let you go in and leave, you don't even care about losing 8 energy or whatever. You're just like, screw it, I just need to click this 10 times.
that
I'm
lazy,
done,
yeah.
dude.
If you use a rep for this event, that's 2 and 1. So do that. 2 and 1.
Yeah.
3 energy only.
True. Thompson, can you kind of try to replay your thing again when you get a chance again? It's still audio delay. Try check with the stream when you're watching the stream. Yeah. It's
Okay,
like a
I'm gonna
half
leave
second
Paul.
delay.
Okay, so I feel like we've been talking a lot about like the high end arena with
Yeah.
G3, G2, and G1.
Mhm.
But I feel like they also need to take a look at like glory points and the buildings, because I feel like they kind of gatekeep progression for newer players.
Yeah, I did see a question for
Like,
Lucky as
either-
well. We can talk about that.
Yeah. Either they should improve the like glory point rate or change the cost of the towers. Honestly, if they increase the glory points, we could get more scrolls if you actively do arena. So that could work.
Yeah, I think that's something
Yeah.
something big, right? A lot of people were talking about that. Lucky was saying as well that they've made a lot of changes where we're able to get a lot more guild points. Like think about how much guild points if you actually played every bit of the game every second for the entire week. How much guild war points you can get? Kind of a lot, right? And they've given a lot more opportunity to get those guild war points. So we're expanding and leveling up our guild towers a lot quicker, right? In compared to Arena, where Arena the towers actually affect everywhere in the game. Right, and there has been no bonuses except for maybe a couple various events where it's like spend 200, you get 200 extra. That's it. So,
But
go
in
ahead.
a way, glory you can farm as much as you want. You can just refill all day. You can get as much glory as you want. It just depends how much effort do you put in and how many crystals do you favor on it. For example, the glory buildings. But when I started playing Summoner's War, I didn't refill in Giants or any dungeon. I was just refilling in Arena all
Really?
day.
Okay.
Really?
My glory buildings were maxed after like 8 or 9 months, and
This guy's
I was
paid with it.
so I was just refilling all my crystals in Arena. I didn't do any dungeon, and that helped me progress after that so much, instead of focusing on dungeons and runes first.
Yeah.
I see.
But
Do you want to know like how I progressed? I when I first started this game, I paid to win until I could do B10. Yeah.
I think a lot of players do that when they start a game, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't do B9 or B8. I just keep paying until I could
Nah.
get B10 done, and then I'm good from
I
there.
can't relate to you guys. I start from the bottom as a free-to-play player. Then,
I mean-
then I got caught in the gacha.
When
I
did you
never
guys start
did,
playing
like,
this game?
B1
How
or
many years
9.
ago did you guys start? How many years? So like almost the beginning? Did you guys start playing the
Like
game?
3, 4 years ago.
Yeah, it
4
was
years
so much
4 years.
harder, yeah, to do it than now. Dude,
Oh, yeah.
you can free to play this so easy now, bro. Back in the day, I could see why people are like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I have some money. I'm gonna throw it and try to get this progression quick because I want to be the best." You know. Nowadays,
I was shop refreshing for like 6-star runes.
okay, that's
to
nuts,
get,
dude.
yeah.
I mean, if it was super back in the
I
in
know,
the day,
but that was like a
maybe-
long time ago.
Yeah, when rune packs gave you no legendary, yeah.
Yeah, or when there was no rune packs. Yeah, or when you had to manual GB10, DB10. Yeah, that
Okay, I
was
didn't go that far back.
that was the that's when I started playing. That's the difficult times. Now it's so easy, man. Yeah, pay to win players that come to the game now. It's like, oh, I want a quick progression, bro. Let me slap in $10. Oh, damn it, I got
So
B10
good.
done, baby. Back in the days, like we slap hundreds, bro. Get through that. All right. Any more last things you guys want to talk about, or any other topics you guys want to talk about Arena here? I think we've touched some good
maybe,
points. What?
Maybe to add to the last 2 topics,
Mhm.
maybe they should add a glory award based on rank that you finish at the end of the week. So
End of the week, so you get a bonus.
yeah, a bonus. So now you get the crystals. Now you get the
I like that
2 or
idea.
3-star monster.
Oh yeah.
Just
I like that.
add like glory
Yeah.
points to that. So
I like that. It'll help the
People
early game players, and late game players can get scrolls. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually a very, very good amount. I mean, how much will be another question, but I like that touch. That's actually a good one.
I like it. Nice one. I like
Yeah.
it.
At the very least, twice a month, right? Every other week. You know, when they refresh at the end of the week, and depending on how many points you have on that 2-week refresh, then you get points on there. But ideally, once a week would be nice to get those extra points. Okay. All right.
But yeah,
let's,
so I was
go
also
ahead.
Yeah, I was also thinking, since we have Foxy in the call, I was thinking they have an auto ban system for using twins in 2A.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
I got
How can
auto
they not do
ban.
that for Arena? Like, just do that for Arena and auto ban them.
Yeah,
But I mean, that one. Yeah.
if your defense rate approaches 60%, I think you should auto ban right there. Yeah.
If your
Or, like,
defense
you
approach, no, that's not good, dude.
I,
I'm gonna be
I
like,
don't know if you saw. I made a video about the
Okay.
Tableau Rush Hour week 1.
okay, tell me.
Someone from Thompson's guild by the name of Lee got legend. I'm not targeting you, Thompson. I'm just saying he's from your guild. But anyways, so he got legend, and there has been ample proof that he's a booster. And one of these proofs are a 60% defense win rate end of the week. You can't tell me that that's not boosting. There's no. I can't even get 15% win rate. I don't know what Chris, you have way better AD units than I do, but I know for a fact you're not 60% win
Like, what's your like?
I
What's your
did,
like?
I
Good
did
win
get it
rate?
several times, but it
I did
really
get it
depends a
several
week.
times.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
swag.
I'll tell you this though. Lee
I
has
don't-
an insane Juno.
I've never seen it, so I don't know. Just from hearsay.
No,
But-
Tiger's insane.
I-
180 better than them.
I don't think.
I
the
saw both of
60
them. They're both evenly insane. Yeah.
For example, if somebody like a very high GT player on reset week, if he puts his full defense but he doesn't do a wing all week, by Sunday he will have like 90% win rate, 80-90% win rate, and probably like 30 hits. He climbs to rush, and if he gets like 30 to 40% win rate there, then he's pretty close to that 60%.
Okay, but
That's what I do. Yeah, that's.
you can look at the image. You can look at the image, but there's no way that 60% win rate is the win rate.
That's true. I
And-
mean, there's no way to
and-
officially prove it, but I mean, it is an issue out there that boosting can happen. You know what I mean? And like, what can we do to fix it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so let me give you the backstory about this. There's one individual that is actually rooting global servers rush hour. It's just one individual. And so this guy, he went by the name of Griffin a long time ago, right? And this guy, I think he was in JMax Guild back a long time ago, and he was caught for boosting. It was on Reddit. Everything got exposed. His line chat, his collusion group, that message group telling him to boost at this time, whatever, right? All got exposed, and he got kicked out from that guild. I think it was Oblivion.
Mhm.
And then he name changed. He actually got banned. He name changed to Lee, and then he joined SSA now. And every week now that there is a really good reward or a reward he does not have, you will see him climbing up in the last 30 minutes or so with a 100-point lead over rank 2 if no one's like directly farming him. And having a 100-point lead over rank 2, that's shady. That's shady.
Well, then someone's lying to me because
Maybe not
you're
Chris.
telling me Lee is Griffin and Lee is telling me he's not Griffin. So I don't know. Either
Well-
you're lying to me or he's lying to me.
I think the way to prove it is go ask whoever, comment to us if you're watching, go look at his profile, go tell us if the JSON's match or something. Because I was told their JSON's match, and comment to us can easily identify them and prove whoever is correct. But the problem is they're both boosts. I mean, Griffin Lee, they're both boosters.
And here's another question. Like, my thing with boosting is like, there's so many different ways of boosting. Like, imagine I could always be imagine like you could always be my AD, but like when we're at the top 10, you look at my AD and you're like, oh, he's my friend. I'm not gonna attack him. Is that boosting? You know, because that happens all the time.
That's collaboration. That's what EU does. We have a bunch of
Oh,
guildies up in top 30.
Okay.
We're guildmates, we don't hit you. Boosting is when you go into the battle, you click, and then you shut off your game, close the game, quit the battle because this is your friend, and you're giving
But
them
what if-
5.
What if I go into?
I don't know. Like last season, I did it on stream too. Last season I was playing Psy on RTA and he's like top 4, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, I'm like 100. So like I just gave him the win for RTA. Is that boosting?
Yeah.
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 Should I get banned for that?
No, but if you did it
No.
50 times, you get probably yes.
Krisleshizle was like, yes.
But if you have 50
Yeah.
people who all do it one time, what do you do?
Hmm.
What do you do, man? This
I
is
don't think
tough.
it has
It's
50 people boosting.
it's a very black and white. You know what I mean? I can be like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm getting into
yeah.
a battle, and I'd be like, this is my friend, but I don't want to technically boost him, but I'm gonna try a fun AD today. You try it,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
I mean AO, and then you try it and you
Uh-huh.
lose, right? And
Yeah.
you're like,
That'd
shit,
be
but
a
at
big
least it's
deal.
my friend.
Yeah.
But it's tough.
Yeah,
you see, it's really tough
but
for them to gauge
The
that.
problem here
I
is
agree.
we have we have consecutive defense wins coming in every second because they just quit in and out. And you can, if ComTwist can pull up logs from the past, I guarantee you will see it, because there was someone that proved his point increases by every minute, 5 minutes. There's images of Lee's point increase every 1, 5, 10 minutes, and it's impossible to get that many points in that small time frame.
So here, would this make a difference then? When you lose to a player, you shouldn't be able to fight them for X amount of minutes. Now that would make it a lot harder to boost now, right? You need more people to do it. So that might be a good fix, right? Because what's the
problem with your solution is now you can't farm. To get legend, you must farm the number 1 player, right? To steal their points. Because at a lower rank, you're getting +5 from some nobody down in 30, right? You want that +10, +9 from rank legend player, right? So you have to crystal refresh or have a big lead in order to get legend. And I like your idea, and to modify that idea, it's like how offense works, right? If you try to revenge someone on your defense list and you lose, it gets blacked out. You can't attack them again, right? So if that happens on your log and you lose, you can't click the name unless you crystal refresh. So it's a lot harder to keep finding them unless you're willing to blow all your crystals.
Okay, how about this? If you get to X rank, right? Once you reach G1, you no longer can refresh your page. What if you could never? Everybody couldn't do that. And so if you want to be number 1, you better be good. You better be able to clear anything put in your way. That changes all the defenses, the metas, what you beat and what you can't beat to be number 1. True or false?
I think that would.
I don't think it changes the meta.
No, I don't
You don't
like
think
it.
so? You don't like it? Okay, I'm just throwing some random ideas out
Dude, then you're forced to have to fight like Helfus, John, and like.
I don't know how this. Don't do this to me.
But how are you considering yourself legend player? How are you number 1 arena if you cannot clear every defense, right? You clearing the same defense
It's
often,
so cancer,
right?
I mean, he can clear it. He just goes like Tessarion.
What people do when they do arena rush, I know in top arena, is they see a couple people that they can beat, right? They keep refreshing and they keep seeing the name. Boom, kill him. Boom, kill him. I can beat that guy.
So the thing
Boom,
is-
kill him. So you're number 1 for killing the same defense 100 times. Or
No, you're number 1
I don't
because you can clear them in 20 seconds. Because your offense is so powerful, and you have the depth of rune quality to kill these 5, 10 people, whatever, in 20, 30 seconds. You're not spending 2 minutes bruising with Tessarion against a Helfus, right? It's about how fast can you clear before your defense loses. At the highest level, your defense will lose to whoever, because you have people bruising, like Thompsin said, right? But at the highest level arena, I personally believe it's how fast can your offense clear versus how high your defense.
You're obviously wrong.
Completely
It's all
agree.
about how fast you can get boosted, Foxy.
Yeah,
That's why
You're obviously wrong.
trying to throw out some ideas that can help with the boosting, right? Trying to throw out
that's
some
what
ideas.
I think the boosting, it's on one side is it's disappointing, as in that we don't see ComTwist doing anything, as people are being mass reported and nothing is happening. So that gives people who actually try to boost or do boost the feeling they can get away with it, so it happens more often. So I think on one side, if ComTwist would do something about that, that would already help a lot. If they permanently ban one guy, I think the rest will think twice before they do it again.
Yeah.
And on the other side, and that's what's I think it's way better on EU, and what's I kind of seen you, Foxy, you can confirm that on global, is that as a community on global, it seems like very accepted that somebody is a booster. If somebody on EU is a known booster, they are kicked from all the top guilds.
Yeah, Lee has been in SSA for the last year. I'm not sure about what the management is saying, but if I had a booster in my guild and I ran them, they'd be out. It's tarnishing.
I guess our guild accepts all the hipsters.
I like no offense to your guild or anything, Thompson, but
Okay.
in global, Swag again has the worst reputation amongst the G3 guild.
Oh man, that's not cool.
Say it.
The thing is,
I like it.
everybody
Heat
needs
it,
to do
baby.
it as a community.
Whoa, controversy. Let's go, baby. Throw it. Throw them shit. Let's go. Throw this shit. That's what the podcast for,
I'm
baby.
I'm not too into the politics of all that guild
Yeah.
stuff. I just know,
Yeah, I know, I know you're not too involved or anything, like maybe management or like the community with that stuff. But I'm telling you, from like my community, people in other guilds that also do arena, they just despise.
I was just regardless of what your feelings is towards like say swag again, I've grown like really good friends with some of these people, like Scat, Foie, Patrick. There's just good people in here. So like
I don't disagree with
if
you.
you
I
ever
think
have
that,
a chance, instead of letting your arbitrary feeling take over, if you ever have a chance to get to know us, there's actually Gosu. There's actually a lot of people that like I'm like, dude, I love you guys to death. Roman Fury's a pretty cool guy
I
too.
think you're getting my point wrong. My point is saying that the brand itself, Say Swag Again, doesn't have a good. It's tarnished because you're housing a booster. The people in there can be amazing, can be great, but the moment that you house a cheater, it tarnishes your reputation.
I think that's how the world is nowadays.
Great friends and people there. But
that's how the world is, man. Like honestly, that's how the world and the internet is. People will judge you instantly. I mean, if you've been to Reddit, if you want to know what I'm talking about, just check out Reddit for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
That's how it is. So he's just saying it.
But like, I'm Lee's guilty myself, and let me be honest with you. If I feel like he's a cheater, I would like be like, yo, Lee, like not cool, man. But he really told me like he's not a cheater, A, and 2, he's not Griffin. So like one of you guys are lying to me. Is he Griffin or not? Is he cheating or not?
We'll solve this by come to us if you're watching. Go check his laws. Go check his whatever. And
even you are not like 100% sure. You're like, we need come to us to figure it out.
I'm 100% sure he's a booster. I'm 100% sure. I will delete my account if I'm incorrect.
Oh,
I've actually seen
all right.
videos of Lee where he is getting points like crazy. I think Chaos. He posted a video last week as well about Lee and his point game. And
okay, I'll have a talk with him and ask him really what's up. But like I don't guess we don't really talk too much. But when we do talk, he's not like, yeah, I get boosted. I'm Griffin. He is actually the complete opposite. He's like, I don't get boosted, and like I'm not Griffin. So
what'd be cool? It would be cool if we saw Lee ever do.
What I'm saying is, it doesn't affect us because we're not housing a cheater. We don't even know if he's cheating or not, and we don't judge people based on like, what other people say. You could say Thompson's a scumbag, but my guild thinks I'm not a scumbag. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, but there's proof. The thing is, which booster is gonna admit they boosted?
Yeah.
Oh, me definitely. Oh yeah, I'm a booster, guys. Yeah. I pay everybody out. Yeah.
Honestly, like if I get legend and I get boosted, I'll tell everybody, man, I got boosted. But like, I don't think there's any other way to get legend, right? Like unless like people start losing to your defense and.
Yeah, by building good AOs and build a good defense. Then you can get legend.
I think I checked out his arena defense. His runes on his arena defense monsters are really well ruined. Okay. I did check that out.
Okay, that's a fair point. But defense only carries you so much. It's 90% offense, in my opinion. 90% offense. Unless you're like Chris with, oh my god, some juicy units on your defense.
I think end of the day, we go back to the roots of what arena is. If they do some kind of revamping for arena, I think there are ways they can implement stuff that will deter boosting and make it a lot more difficult to boost. And I think that would fix the issue all in all itself. I mean, like, I give a couple suggestions. They're not fully thought through suggestions, but you can see how those just random suggestions could have changed it entirely, right? How do you get boosted if you cannot attack the same defense after losing to it, right, for 15 minutes? How do you get boosted if you can't refresh your page? I mean, they're not the best fixes, but there will be some kind of fix, and I want to see a revamp for arena that will change this.
Since arena differs so much from like all the servers, it's so hard putting like doing fixes for them. Yeah. Like if we take, for example, the one where you lose the defense, you can't hit it. Like if I would rush, I would like constantly change my defense at one point. So someone legend contending would hit me and fail, and then they can't like prevent me from getting legend. And you would have used that as well.
Or let's say you guys are in the same guild, you shouldn't be able to see your guildies on the list. I mean, I don't know how that affects it. I'm just throwing random stuff out there. There can be so much fixes.
One. I like the guildie.
You can't see your guildies on the list.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
because I'm not gonna attack my guildie. When I accidentally click my guildie, I'm like, oh man.
And now you want to boost? Okay, now you have to leave the guild, not be in the same guild, and then boost your friend. Like, come on, it's a little bit elaborate. There's so many fixes I think they can do. But the bottom line is, Comtuous has not touched arena in a while, and I would like them to get a little love over there and to touch it and kind of change the meta to make it spark that interest again for all the players out there.
That's actually a really big thing because I used to be in T1G And then like I would just attack anybody I see in arena and be like, "Yo, man, like you attacked a bunch of us." I'm like, "Dude, everyone is T1G, man. How do you expect me not to attack?" It's like T1G this, T1G that. Like, what do you want me to do? My whole list is T1G. What's the why we refresh like 3 times?
Okay, obviously it would be a bit more difficult to do sister guilds, but people in your guild, I think, shouldn't show up on the list potentially.
No, but true story. They're like, "Yo, man."
Yeah, T1G is like T1G is the biggest guild out there, right? I mean, the most people, right?
Yeah.
And they have the most players.
I think to conclude this is like this topic about like the first question is to fix arena. There needs to be some pilot changes or something to change, whether it be rewards, boosting, and to have like a precedent, right? The booster needs to be banned publicly to know that this is not tolerated, right? And if Thompsin, whatever story is true, yours, mine, whatever, Comtos can look into it and solve it. So I want.
Yeah, I think Comtos do have to step in. You're right.
Yeah, so Comtos just need to action it. No, EU same problem, right? Action the problem. Look at their AD logs. I'm sure they pull it up. The technology in 2019, right?
Yeah,
so pull up the information.
Just letting everybody know, if you're a hipster, you're a misfit, you're an outcast, you're welcome to join SSA, okay?
All right, I think that was a really, really good topic. I think we're able to put things on the table here, and we had some heated discussion, but I think it was fun. This is what I want on the podcast. I want these fun, heated discussions. If you throw a little shade, it's all right, but at the end of the day, as long as you're respectful, right, I think it's fine. I don't think everybody has to agree with everybody, and I don't think everybody has to like everybody either. Just to let you guys know. So, it's good. All right, we'll change the topic here. We'll go on to the next topic, which is going to be just a simple one. We'll change it up a little bit here. FRR is coming up. What are you looking to rerun, test out? Anything from the recent balance patch that you have tested out, or are you looking to test out? I know one person, Obolongo.
Yeah.
Fire Druid. I mean, I've been waiting to hear, man. From you this week.
Too. I think it was a good unit to begin with.
I thought it would deal a bit more damage, but I still think he's the best turn 2 unit. So I'm really happy with him. I'll probably give him some premium runes on free rune removal. So you want to have him go second turn, so at around like plus 100, if you're in like Conqueror to Guardian range in RTA. But like once he moves, then like almost everything dies.
That's
the other
crazy.
die or just are provoked, defense broken, attack broken. So it's like a Helena that doesn't need to proc, since he absorbs the attack bar himself to 60%.
So it's stronger than
using it
Helena.
earlier.
Everything
Yeah, I
dies.
feel like he's way stronger than Helena.
You think he's a good control unit?
No, I think he's a bit too inconsistent with the provoke to control.
Even with the buff? I think it's 50%.
Yeah, even with the buff. Yeah, it's 50% to provoke for each one. But I feel like it could be cool on siege defense. But it's like the only viable fire option for random defense break.
Yeah. There's not many fire monsters with defense break.
Yeah. There's like Rocky, Helena, but those are like very scuffed for siege defense.
Yeah,
Fire Panda?
I think Rocky's very meta in RTA. Yeah, she's so good, dude. She's so good, especially
Rocky's
with the
good in
Vanessa
RTA.
Perna meta. Like any
for,
high level player can give it enough damage without attack buff to skill 3 nuke like any Perna out there, man. And if you can't, then your runes just get good, man, because your runes should be able to nuke skill 3. Any other units out there that you guys got to test out? Any other druids? Who else was there? Those Tyrone. There was the big change to Fran. Oh wait, never mind. But yeah, any other units out there that you guys wanted to?
Okay, so if you want to do well in Special League, you need to have Fran and Antris ruined. But the Antris buff, that's like the most... I don't know what to say about that buff. It's like Halfus for RTA. like he ate his vegetables. He's like proccing every turn now.
Dude, he moves so much. He moves so much.
But,
yeah.
Are there already any rates on how much the increased proc rate is?
I heard it was 5%.
I speculate 5.
But I don't even know because it's like so inconsistent with... Like it's consistent, but it's also inconsistent with how he procs right now.
The cool part with Fire Lich is back then he needs at least like 200 speed, 90 speed, but now he could be like 40 plus 40 speed. He could go like HP crit damage attack. He doesn't need to have like speed at all. He could be really slow.
Yeah, but you ruined him that way before as well, I think. But yeah, at like plus 80, 90 speed.
Someone says 15%. It's just weird though, because everybody in their mind has the image of Fire Lich. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it procs, and when you get it, it's like it's great, you know. And now with that increased proc rate, it just feels so bad every time it procs, and it's doing it way more often now. It's crazy. I think it's a crazy unit, but I don't know if it's like the most OP out there. I think it makes the RTA kind of fun, in my opinion. I mean, what
I
do
see
you
a
guys
lot of people like pick Vertihill, like Fire Vampire, and then the other person will pick Fire Lich right away. It's almost like a straight counter.
Yeah.
think?
yeah.
Are we gonna see that more in the regular RTA season? That's a question there.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll. And the thing is, since we're talking liches, I've been playing with Rigel,
Oh,
since he also got a buff. But there's something up with his passive as well. It's not working as intended. It's like I've been fighting like probably 15 Dianas at this point. And when the Diana transforms and uses her second skill on my Lich, they have never failed a crit on me. Even though they should have like 75% chance times 4. So there's something going on with the Lich passive. And that's
75% chance is kind of high though. Yeah.
No, it's not that high if it's like for 100 times. Like you're supposed to fail once in that case.
Is there okay? So if the question, I don't know how this works. So maybe a noob question, but I mean maybe some other people have as well. You have Diana on 100 crit rate, right? You attack something with elemental advantage, where you're advantage like Rigel, right? But then they have an anti-crit buff or something like that. Does elemental advantage somehow pair into that before the anti-crit or after the anti-crit?
Yeah, it might, but then it's still like 90%.
Which is kind of high still, but I'm curious
I mean,
on how the way
imagine
that
if
works.
you run a Diana with 90% crit rate in RTA.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It won't be
that's
consistent, and it's like it's 10% 4 times. So
Right.
even if that's the case,
I mean, I assume it doesn't.
something is wrong
So
with
I
the
assume it doesn't.
passive.
So I'm thinking it's 75, and if it's 75, it shouldn't be critting that much. You're definitely right on that. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure
Actually,
exactly how it works for Susano. But yeah, you can go, Chris.
Actually, the change that I like the most in this patch is the rule change. Even I don't have him, but I just like the
What made you
fact
laugh?
that it's like it went from a completely useless unit to not OP, but just a strong unit, and everybody can use him again.
You
I think-
obviously do not have Light Beast Monk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Move the buff. Come on.
I don't have any of
have
those
one.
anymore.
You have. Oh, come on, man. Shazam, my 1 LD nat 5.
Oh, you have
Really? Is
Shazam?
that true?
In the storage. Heck yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even know. I know, but I know, yeah.
Nah, they will, dude. They'll buff it after this.
Found
What?
Shazam over right here. No double mods, nothing.
Yeah, but they can't like buff Shazam like, oh, give him a drip too, you know? Like
Wait.
Roll already got the good one.
What does Shazam do right now? Skill 1 and skill 3?
Glancing.
Nothing.
Yeah, glancing.
Nothing.
Glancing. Okay,
Glancing,
so
defense break. First skill.
okay, first skill is all right. Third skill, yeah, glancing.
Yeah, isn't Rahul like so freaking good? He could block beneficial effect and strip. What?
Yeah, that's like Illudia.
That's so
Before
Wait,
buff.
what's his base speed?
I have no clue actually.
Aren't the
It's like
beast ones
90.
based
Probably like 96.
Yeah,
I think.
it's-
Oh.
it's not that
Oh
hard.
yeah, he is like Eludia then, but more tankier, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, but what debuffs are there left that Shazam can take left over if they're not gonna repeat any of them?
Aeon Oblivion, how about that, huh? Yeah, let's make my 1 LD nat 5 busted. Give me that tilling passive.
Yeah, that would be
Aeon
fine actually.
Speed
Aeon
boost
Oblivion.
everything.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun actually.
But I feel like Isis.
AoE strip and Oblivion? Are you serious?
Yeah,
Nah, not the
I
strip.
heard you want to buff all of them, so why not? You know, mine is pretty balanced.
I like how you think.
Yeah,
Gotta
buff
wait.
your LD nat 5. Yeah.
Oh,
I
Shazam
like
skill
it.
1 is 1 turn defense break? Okay, that sucks.
Yeah,
Alright,
one
never
turn.
mind. Huh. I don't know about
Rahul is 96 base speed.
How much base speed?
96.
Ooh, yeah, I think all the beast monks are fairly slow. But
Eludia
Shazam
is like
can-
94, right, or something?
Sorry?
Yeah, she's
Eludia
94.
is like 94.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very bad. Interesting. All right, since we're talking about various units, we'll actually just move on to the third topic, which is how's your 20-star RTA going? What units and comps are meta? And whatever units that you guys want to bring up and talk about. I mean, I know we've discussed already Fran, Verd, Fire Lich, probably Triana still. What else is currently in meta? I've seen Vanessa's for the lead. What else is meta right now in this 20-star RTA?
I think Boomerang and the Shina Martina.
That's a big one. Yep. They don't cost very many
Yeah,
stars
so-
to bring in.
Fran is the first pick, like 98% of the time, if you don't run cleave. And even then, if you run cleave, you can pick Fran. Just to deny her. But I've seen some cleaves running Fran still, for the attack buff.
Yeah, actually, I didn't play the 20 star yet, but I
Me
want
too.
to rerun this weekend for some different cleave comps, and I was actually also thinking to give us very fast Swift Will set to Fran, just to do combo it with Tableau and then some nukers.
Yeah,
Shine
because
out
you
was
like to
too.
cleave, so I'm excited to hear
Yeah.
what kind of fun cleaves you do, Chris.
Yeah, I need a rerun for this cleave. Please tell me more about your cleave.
I didn't do any yet, but I also saw somebody use what's his name again? The Wind Brownie magician.
Aquila,
Aquila.
really?
Aquila. I was gonna use Aquila. Yeah.
Aquila, Tableau, Shina, Lucian +1.
But there's no attack buffer, right?
Yeah, but you don't really need one if you outspeed, because a lot of people don't actually use attack bar buffers in 20 star league. So they only have Verdale, or so pretty much you can run it without if you have very fast runes. So if all your speed sets are around 250 sets, you should be fine to just nuke everybody away.
Yeah, what does
least-
Aquila do? Aquila is the skill. What does the skill 2 do? Is it crit rate attack buff or just crit rate buff?
Attack.
It's attack and crit rate.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if
they-
you
oh,
If
interesting.
you combine that with Tableau, then you can pretty much, you go Aquila, you cleanse everything, Tableau resets the turn, and then you give attack buff,
then you nuke.
and crit
Ah,
buff, and then you nuke.
Interesting.
That's
So-
my style. I like that.
That is not your style, my friend. You always
That's
say you
very
cleave,
my
bro, and
style.
you
What
play
are you
Jean
talking about?
10 turn, you kill them. That's not your style, Thompson.
That's very my style.
Okay,
I'm
so I
messing with you, bro.
So I just heard from chat, TC did some testing with like anti-crit passive from Susano, which is 50% anti-crit. And Diana crits every time on Susano.
Really?
So yeah, that is messed up. That is messed up. Alright. So yeah, it's probably the same case for Rigel.
So maybe there's some kind of internal issue with the passive going on with just the way the mechanic works for Diana. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Diana or if it's the element. But I know like Diana with her first skill in pony form crits as well.
Completely intangible, but I feel like Rigel is decent for R5 now too. If you know.
your water fire monkey king ish kind of replacement. Kind of
Yeah.
kind
Well, you
of.
can have.
Okay.
You know?
Wait. I misread. So Susano's works, but Rigel's doesn't work. Okay.
Okay. But Rigel's a little bit
Yeah, that's
harder to confirm and test. You know, you can do a sample size of it, but the percentage is higher than Susano of getting.
Yeah, but it's still
because
10% with every single one. So every time Diana moves, it's like 10% times 4. Like she has 10% chance to miss 4 times.
Well, I mean, that means you have to
It
run.
only
You have to
takes,
run
like-
that sample size 3 times, where it hits 4 times, 4 times, 4 times. So you have a sample size of 12, and then you expect that one of them or 1 point something of them would miss out of the 12 hits, technically, right? If
Yeah, I've
it's-
had Diana like second skill me like probably 70 times on Rigel so far, and
Mhm.
it's been quitting 4 times every time. So I
Damn.
think it's. I mean, it would be some like astronomical luck to have that happen. So I think it's something with the Rigel.
Hmm.
But you probably win 100% of those games because you bring in the Fire Lich.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I bring fire double lich a lot. Oh, I can hear echo now.
Oh.
Is it on me?
Yeah, I've just been bringing in. I want to bring in some single target nukers, man. I want to play with the water sniper. He's built in, dude. He's fun, man.
Oh
He's
yeah,
great.
he's really good.
He's really good, dude. Just snipes anything out of there, and you can strip on skill 2 as well, which is really nice.
So with the water sniper, you have to bring in 2 attack buffs, or like, could you come up with a team?
I was
that
thinking
you
of bringing
don't
Kali with it, like Kali. So then you can bring
Yeah.
like a Bastet, Kali, Sniper, something.
need? Oh, but
something.
then Kali. Okay.
Yeah, so you have 2 attack buffers in there.
Yeah.
In that situation, you're going to just snipe and get rid of something. The only issue is when they take in like something like a Triana, you know what I mean? It's a little bit difficult because then you're forced with the attack buff of
Yeah.
Kali or no attack buff of Kali, right? And Kali has to nuke because then you have
I
water
also-
sniper. You're not gonna nuke a Triana with water sniper, right?
Also see this happen a lot against water sniper. Is like water sniper kills 1 unit and then he's so soft and he's useless for the next few turns. that like they still lose the game even after you snipe off a unit, you know?
I mean, Taki runs Water Sniper pretty religiously, and he's like, I think he's top 5 in Special League right now. I mean, it's only been 2 days.
Does it use a lot of force too in RTA? That's why he's so good.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah,
Frigate, Covenant, something. I forgot what
Yeah,
he's using.
Frigate, Covenant, Kali, Verd, and Triana, I think.
Yeah,
so it
something
picks
like
the and Fran, I think he uses as well for the attack buff.
And that's not an easy one to beat for sure.
Yeah,
I like him in Guild Wars though.
S class unit, right? In 20 star.
Triana. Yeah, Triana's good, but she's like
unit, right? In 20 star.
I don't know. I kind of like Hodam better, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she's top
You like
tier.
Hodam? Really?
Yeah.
I like Hodam, dude. Hodam is so annoying. When you got him there, you're like, ah, crap. Okay, I'm gonna try to control him or I gotta take him out.
Like immunity. I don't know. Like immunity is pretty like big.
But sometimes it's easy to get around Triana's passive when there's a squishy target and you can multi-hit it, right? But with Hodam, you can't get around that. You have to take care of him first. So I hate when if they're gonna pick like Hodam Triana, I'm just like, fuck, It's one of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Hodam's better than Triana in 20 star.
I mean, both of them are really good.
Yeah, both are good.
It's like
Okay.
Triana is one of the only like accessible cleave counters that has 4 stars in Special League. But most of the cleave counters are 5-star with like Diana, Leo, Okeanos.
It's just like Triana has a decent base speed, and at least she could like cycle turns and sleep and push attack bars back. But Hodam's base speed, like the way you ruin a Hodam, is pretty slow. Like, are you gonna get like it's like plus 150, plus like 50 speed is like my speed of my Hodams. It's not that fast.
Plus 0, bro. Make that thing beefy AF. Put that thing double shield.
Exactly.
Let it sit, bro.
Are you gonna bring that to RTA, right?
Let it sit,
you
bro.
can.
You can. With the double shield will, let it sit, bro.
Okay.
Let it sit and chill. A lot of times people would just ban it though.
Ah.
All right, we'll move on to the last topic that we have here. Last topic is just opening it up to chat. So whatever topics you guys want to talk about, whatever that you had in mind left, feel free to throw it up here, as well as chat. If you got any questions, feel free to ask as well. We got another about 10 minutes.
Just jumping back to the new unit, the new buffs. I actually tried Antares on Arena AD, and I put in my AD with a stripper and Amduat. I'm not sure how I did. I got some wins at the lower level, maybe like Conquer 3 Guardian 1 area, but when I reached G3, it didn't really work. And the idea is like in an arena, right? The meta is to go first. So if you're able to steal some turns and they don't have will runes, you punish them with despair, right? I did some testing. I think it works against Tiana teams, but you have Fran, so
yeah,
I don't think it's that good on AD. But that's how I thought about that.
Yeah, I saw quite a lot of people using him in AD, and I was actually surprised how easy those teams died. I didn't have any problems with any Antares teams.
Base stat is doo-doo and immunity.
Here's a good topic. Nephites. What are your thoughts on it? Some people are saying, they want to have that passive back. And some people are saying, no, this new one is really good with the silence. I think it's a buff, and I think it's very strong. I don't think she needs the inability.
Let's not get her old passive back, and let's move on to the next subject.
Okay, so we're moving on then. What do you think of how she is now, from what you've seen so far? Have you seen any gameplay, or have you done any research?
I do feel like they come to us made a few units that are like hard counters to Nephthys, but she's really strong right now.
Like, yeah, it's definitely a buff.
Like Tetra and Juno counters her pretty hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true because you're always gonna land the debuffs no matter what. But I guess that's where it bites you back.
If you have 4 units still living, and you probably won't, but if you have like 3 units still living and it's versus 1 Juno, and you have like a violent Nephthys, the Juno will never die. It'll just sit there and kill your whole team. Same with like Tetra. Like Tetra, like is just gonna like, she's okay, but like there's just a few hard counters for her that's, kind of tough to deal with.
Thing is, I feel like if you can make a comp with Nephthys, you're already gonna be at an advantage because you never have to worry about anything derping from Nephthys.
Yeah, dude, I was thinking like a Tiana comp, dude. Tiana Nephthys with the speed lead, double cleaver. You remove the variable of stripping. You remove the variable of defense break. You have attack buff from like, I don't know. Okay, I don't know where you're gonna get attack buff from, but you can cleave. You can cleave. You can nuke them with 2 units, man. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. You
Yeah, and you get
defense
4
every time.
debuffs as well. So you could just run like a mirror.
Oh
Amir
yeah, a
with-
common mirror. You're right.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think she's better with Tessa than like Tessa. She'd be pretty good with Tessarion.
So there was a question earlier about changing the arena rush hour time. I think it's pretty favorable in EU, right? And that's why there's a lot of participants. But in global, it's 12 a.m. Eastern, 9 PST. What do you guys think about changing the time, or like what's a suitable time for that?
I like the
For
time. I'm just used to it for the past like 4 years. It's been the same time.
I think for EU it's fine. But
Yeah, I think it's hard to change since, like, especially for global, since it's global. Like, there's people from all over the world, so it's always gonna be bad for some people. But yeah, maybe they should like try to cater more to the US, since we have like Europe, Asia, but no real like US server. And I guess that is global in a sense. So yeah, I would be for it if it's bad for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's hard to change. Like honestly, it's been there for so long. It would really mess up kind of like the flow of how everything goes, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I can definitely see it becoming more difficult for players to be able to do rush and never be able to do rush. I mean, for me, but I mean, mine's an exception, right? Because I play Asia server. I swapped over, but that's on me, right? And I've been on Asia server. I never do rush because rush is like I have to be up till like 5 a.m. right?
Yeah.
And before, when the guild was more, serious, when Delicious was a top Asia guild a long time back, yeah, we used to do rush more on Guild Wars, and that means 3, 4, 5 a.m. on Friday night, and then if I want to rush Arena, 3, 4, 5 a.m. on Saturday night, dude. I'm always dead, bro. Like, no way. No way.
If they were doing like a arena revamp, like all the ideas we suggested, right? Maybe this time change could be part of it. It's a big revamp of the whole system. So
Right. Yeah.
it could spell for some change.
Yeah, like-
maybe.
What if they have like a like rush hour that it's not the same every week, like especially for global, if there's different time zones.
That's spicy.
There is
Yeah.
something I want to talk about.
Okay.
The new packs.
New packs.
New packs?
yeah, the
Which
daily
packs?
packs.
Oh, the $5 pack. Oh man, that pack good, man.
Oh, daily pack 1.
Yeah, you gonna buy that pack? That pack real good. You gonna spend $5? That's the best $5 you're gonna spend, man. That pack
I
great.
was supposed to buy it.
Is that the pack you want to talk about, Thompson?
Yeah.
They so smart, dude. They so smart. They're like, ain't nobody got no $30. Ain't nobody got $100. Everybody got $5 though. You know what I mean? Now you no longer have to sub to IslandGrown 11. You can just buy a $5 pack and you're good to go for Summoner's War. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, forever. So Poggers.
So the reason why like I spend money on this game still is because of this content they created called RTA. If it's not for RTA, I don't even have to spend money on this game anymore. I just feel like instead of making like little smart like things like to get people's money or whatever, they could have gave us like the 10 energy for free and just come out with like better content to make people spend money optionally versus forcing people to spend like $5 every month. I'm just great pack. Okay, I got it. But man, at the end of the day, it's coming out with good content, man. And to make people spend money and make people spend money happily, right? Yeah.
That'll be
And
the
to come out with a pack, what's up?
That'll be the
Talking about-
dimensional hole. The new content you're speaking of.
Yeah, hopefully
really
it's
think
like
it's this
good
year.
content, man.
I really think
'cause-
it's this year. We got one major update per year. Like
Okay.
we waiting for the major one. I think it's that. Hey, what?
But did
So-
you see the change on the island? The right under.
Yeah.
The-
Did you click the island?
Yeah, it changes
Yeah.
the word, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an unknown aura swirling around the dimensional hole
Right.
now.
I don't know. See,
Yeah.
this is my speculation. We talked about it before, but I don't know. It's because I've always been talking about it that I've said that that updated coming just sounds like a weird phrase to put there, and it's kind of confusing when they put that. So I don't know if they just changed it so it just looks better now and there's a better wording, or they changed it and means that's something coming up soon, right? The one thing I do know is because of the release of their short film and everything like that. That short film, I asked them, how come some of the runes and stuff in that short film look different? They told me was because the game actually has different hemispheres. Technically, this is like more storyline, right? So where we are right now is in like the northern hemisphere of the game. So there's supposed to be other areas of the game that have, that they've left there to potentially be unlocked in the future for content. So I'm assuming that will push us to a different area in the game and have different stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not Summoners War 2. I've heard Summoners War 2 is gonna be like its own game or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. So that's what I've seen, and that's what I've put 1 and 2 together. So I'm curious to see what it's gonna be. I think it's probably gonna be PvE content though, of course. And I mean, hopefully it entails new runes. New runes can be really bad, but also can be really good, right? For the change of the meta, and change of the game. So
I'm mostly curious if it's going to be single player content or guild content. Since the last update they did was Labyrinth, so we got guild PvE content. So I'm guessing it's going to be some PvE, which is single player content.
I mean,
what would it be?
I can hope that there's like PvE content that's PvP.
Huh?
Like you raise for stuff. Like if you take like the rift beats and stuff in consideration, like where you have the leaderboards and everything for PvE, it might be something like that.
Yeah,
So it's like you're competing in PvE against other people. So it's like PvE, PvP. But I don't know.
I just hope it's not like forced guild content because a lot of
please.
like they complain about like small guilds had to
Please.
a big guild to do siege, for example, and labyrinth you gotta be a teamwork to clear it. But some people don't have the time and really busy, right? And having this guild teamwork thing is being forced down your throat to get good rewards is something that like, the community isn't very happy about. So I personally hope it's not something like this.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, right now they have a lot of content out there, and the kind of general consensus is there's a lot of stuff to do on the daily and the weekly. I mean, people are actually complaining about it. I mean, it's good, right? You have content, you have things to do to play the game, right? Of course, it gets lazy and it starts feeling like a chore, right? But it's not the same for everybody, the majority of players. So I really think this is going to be PvE content. I think it's just going to be new scenarios with new runes or some kind of new dungeon, right? We have dragons, necro dragons, something different there, as well as some more Kairos dungeons or something like that, right? That's my speculation of what it's going to be. Yeah.
I think it's going to be something similar to what they also have in Skylanders. Like there they have this daily dungeon that if your monster dies, you can't use it anymore, or you need to pay crystals to recover it. So maybe it's something like, what I'm guessing, but it's just pure speculation, could be something like something continuous waves. Like you have to kill the more waves you kill, the better rewards. And then based on PvE content, then you can use sort of, for example, you can use 5 monsters, and when they die, you can use another 5 monsters, and then see how far you can go.
Is that content fun in Skylanders?
It's not really fun because it's daily.
Yeah, then like I hope they don't implement that for Summoner's Wars.
If you do something like this where it's really something you have to think about, like you have to strategize, like TOA hard was back in the days.
Yeah.
And it really favors people who have a large account, which have a lot of net 5, so they can actually get further.
No, I already know what it is. That's exactly it. How did you know data time? That's it. That's actually, I'm not supposed to tell you guys, but when you guys click that dimensional hole, it just pulls you into a battlefield with 100 other players. You pick up weapons and you try to kill each other. Last one standing wins, and you get a new rune. That's it, bro. How did you know, bruh? How did you know? That's it, bro. VR, because that's what everybody's going into nowadays. Yeah, VR, baby. All right. Any last thoughts or any other things you guys want to bring up?
We talked about the fire druid, but we didn't really touch on the other druids. Maybe other druid owners want to know. And I think for the wind druid, it was actually for arena at least. I think it was a nerf because in arena, when the druid came back alive with that shield buff, defense buff, like when you skill 1 it won't die, right? But now that it's gone, I actually think it's a nerf. And I think for Abilio, I don't even think it's. People ask me, is it like a nemesis healer for arena? I thought about it, but if it just gains attack bar and it's not fast, then you won't really heal anything, right? So it's kind of like Aerial Praha, and there's a lot of counters to that. So I don't think they're like that amazing compared to the Fire Druid.
Yeah, I feel like the Wind Druid went a step in the wrong direction. The other Druids kind of, the Fire one made a step in a little bit better direction. Water one took a step, but doesn't know where it stepped. It doesn't know if I step forward or backward. You know what I mean?
How is the Fire one taking a step towards the right direction when once it takes a turn, your whole team's dead? That's a step towards the right direction.
That's not the right direction, man. So people.
I mean, it still has counterplay.
Yeah.
You have to have it go last. So if like the enemy has no immunity, no strippers, like sure, you should win then.
It doesn't work
they
with
don't ban
every
it.
silhouette. I mean, that's not a word. With every composition out there, right?
Yeah,
It's kind of like
you
you
can,
can't
like-
bring Helena into every match. I mean, you can, but
Yeah, you
right?
can't first pick it.
Exactly.
So it's
I
like
know, but like, there's gonna be ways to like you bring like Chiwu, Tiana, and then fire Druid, and then you win the game, or like
yeah,
there's
but then you can just bring Hathor, and
Yeah.
Hathor doesn't even care about element.
Do you have Fire Druid, Thompson?
I don't know. I have to check.
Yeah. Oh, so he has it. All right. Let's see you do it, man. Let's see you do it. Let's see you cleave next
But yeah,
season with
so
the Fire Druid.
Tyrannus, the Wind Druid. I know he's at least much better for RTA now. He might have gotten a nerf for Arena, but he's a lot better in RTA.
Well,
For
I
the
think
longer
Overfield is
battles,
strong
right?
For Arena.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually kind of toxic now. Wait, do you have the win one, Thompson? Yeah, he does. He does. I can tell by his face. So he does. Yo, what about Tyrannus and
know?
Artemil, man? The defense buff, and then they both defense scaling, and then oh my god, that's toxic, bro. Yeah, Tyrannus, Amelia, Ragdoll, Artemil. What's the last one? Give me one more.
That comp is asking to get controlled like crazy.
Wait, one more unit. Is it?
DC is the issue.
How do you get control with
Yes.
Amelia in there and one more X unit?
Just
Oh,
bring the
okay,
Dark
okay,
Druid.
okay.
Yeah, Amelia,
all right,
Tyrannus, right? Artemil.
Uh-huh.
What else did I say? I said
Dark
one
Dark
more.
Druid.
Wow.
Oh my god. Okay. That's,
Wow.
wow.
Nice.
Very
Thank you.
busted.
Thank you.
But it just added a new unit to that kind of defensive playstyle. You know, I don't know what kind of that playstyle is considered. Like I always think Amelia, Artemil kind of playstyle. But that's that type of playstyle. Tyrannus fits in kind of well with it, with those defense units now.
I think Tyrannus.
Foxy is right on something, because I had a Guild War defense, like a random Guild War defense with Mo Long. Wait. I had Mo Long, Harmonia, and Tyrannus, right? And before the nerf, it would lose a few times, but after nerf, it hasn't lost once, I think. Yeah.
That's good.
It's good on defense for siege. Like this is a defense,
Mhm.
right? And then look, check this out. You guys will not believe this.
Who
I
are the people attacking you?
Something like Victoria's Secret or something like that. I don't
They're a
know.
respectable guild, so
Oh, is that I don't know the guilds in global.
it's a respectable guild. So Thompson isn't like fighting thing feeders.
Yeah, I wonder how that's winning. Maybe they're underestimating it. Interesting. Damn. All right.
I don't own one.
Molong's still OP.
Actually, that could be kind of cool, since Harmonia synergizes kind of well with Wind Druid.
Boosters.
Bill.
Boosting your guild points, bro. What is this?
Yeah, so he's still decent on defense, but like siege defense, I don't know.
Yeah, different.
But he's
composition
ruined
now.
differently though. He's like ruined HP. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
he's not
really
ruined for
tanky.
like RTA right now.
Oh.
They're saying you're showing in their attack logs instead of defense logs.
Oh yeah. I didn't see that. Hold on.
You thought we couldn't see because it was blurry, huh? Those are not
No,
defense logs.
The defense log look like it.
What does that say? You just read it. I can't see it.
1622.
So you're still negative.
Bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still good.
No, but you would assume at G3 Siege anybody could be anything, right? So
Yeah.
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 It's just who is more coordinated to take down towers and who doesn't get double gangbang. That's it. That's what it's about. But I did ask Comp to us before because I was like, we do siege all the time, and sometimes you just get ganged up on, right? And they team up on you. And they said that that's actually a mechanic that they wanted there, right? It's like you talk to guilds, you make alliances, and sometimes you work together, and that's how wars usually take place. Is that true or false, right? When you have a regular war, that happens,
Yeah.
right? You collude and you destroy certain people.
Just so chat knows, I have a few positive ones. One is the Feng Yan Ophelia Artemil.
He's trying to prove himself after showing.
No.
Just
Another
messing
one
with you.
is the Mimir. Just like everyone does siege and it's fun to watch, Mimir, Shina Martina.
What? How
Is
does Mimir
decent.
Shina Martina work?
Yeah, I copied it from
Don't you just
I
outspeed that,
copied
man?
it from Archer. Archer does Kumin Shina Martina. So I just copied him and put Mimir in there and it worked.
so it's got a Swift set on it.
Yeah, it's Swift on it.
Wait,
But-
how do you guys know how I ruin my units?
Yeah, how else you gonna
Archer
ruin it?
does
You
it.
look at that. How else you gonna ruin it? Yo, we do it
What
on
if I
violence?
just have really fast violence sets, man? Oh, whatever, man. You guys are whack. And then the other one is Chiwu, Light Monkey King, Mananan, and the other one is Nephthys, Triton Perna. Yeah.
Oh, those are all not even premium or anything. Jesus, everybody can build those. Gee, all teams.
Yeah.
Just-
all free to play.
Same.
That's pretty cool. I haven't checked my defense logs in a while. I'm pretty sure my guildies stopped using my defenses because I keep swapping off runes. They're probably looking at it like, oh my god, how come these units have no runes on them? I do that so often. It's kind of bad.
Me too.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the podcast today. I think we went over some pretty good topics. We had some really good discussions here today. It was really nice getting some insight into Arena, talking about some 20-star, talking about some units from the recent patch, and I think it was a lot of fun. Hope you guys had a lot of fun as well here. If you guys are watching from the YouTube channel, please, like always, please do leave comments below. I actually go through the comments religiously on every single one of these podcasts to take suggestions, feedback, and everything you guys have to put in the comment section. People here on Twitch, please post your suggestions and questions into that comment section because that's usually where I check up because I'm forget if you ask me here. Make sure you hit that like as well, and we're actually gonna put all these people here, Thompsin, Obolongo, Foxy, and Krisleshizle. We're gonna put all their Twitch channels right below so you guys can check out their channels whenever you have the time. Everybody here is from somewhere else in the world, so should be somebody streaming at all times of the day for you guys to come in and ask questions and improve in the game. All right, guys, that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys later, YouTube. Peace out, and thank you all for joining me today. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Brian.
See you guys next time.
Peace out.
Bye.